bounce before my even bounce the beat. I took the hard way and man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back.
It's week 8 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see the electric Kyler Murray. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Cardinals and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Vikings coming into play. They've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt.
Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Arizona's offense takes the field, and no surprises, the man that's guiding them, the Pro Bowler in his 4th season at the wheel of this offense, Kyler Murray.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about his individual performance from last week's game. I mean, he threw 4 touchdown passes, so he's in sync with his receivers, and they're very confident. Did have 1 interception.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to...
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Murray going to throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Murray to Moore for the Cardinal first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Murray now on first down. Finding Ertz here on the out route. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Throwing on first down is Murray. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
This defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about the performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Murray to Moore, first down, Arizona. Murray a give. This is counter. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Murray now. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Murray. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern. 2nd and 5 now. Murray caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Murray. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. About 3 yards there to the 27. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
5 yards on the play.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Raiders' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback, and the ball will come out to the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. This one into the hands of Thielen. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. First down. Here's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A first down throw for Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. It moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And leading 10-7, well, they may just want to get this to the locker room. On first and 10, here's Murray. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. Murray trying again after the pick six. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Murray toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on second and 4. Now Murray again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Connor. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Third and 2, and here's Murray. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, when not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw, Cousins. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. After the sack on first down, Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Cousins now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked in each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another 1st down, and that'll be a gain of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Cousins on 1st down. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. A drive there in just 4 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From the gun, Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the wide side with Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. 3 quarters have come and gone. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd and 15 now. Cousins. He's got a man. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
They'll try the middle with Cook and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Cousins. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing, Cousins. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Murray now on 1st down. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will line up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Left side, Cook. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Cousins to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down. Dalvin Cook. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first. Right around the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. First down, Murray. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll try and wind down some clock. J.J. Watt appears to be injured, or at least shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Second down, they go right back to Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And here comes Dortch on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just